So in the couple of purchases that I've made of silver, one of the first purchases I made was, it's called Silver Gold Bowl. This is what their 10-ounce bar looks like. Looks pretty cool. It says, what does it say? Build your wealth in ounces. It's a pretty cool little design, Silver Gold Bowl. I ordered that one specifically from them. And this is my RMCs, 1-ounce rounds, generic. I got these in, I think, 2017. And the back of that just got a generic design. RMCs, not a terribly pretty design, but all functional. And then when I did another purchase with SD Bullion, I ended up with one of these. I did that just recently. That's with their that same RMC design on back. Kind of surprised to get one of those. And then we also unboxed these along with a batch that I got about a month ago. And it's got JM on there, so I imagine that stands for Johnston Murphy. Assayers, refiners. I'm led to believe that is now owned by Asahi. Kind of a generic JM and a pick and shovel on the back of it. You know. And then I think we also showed a bunch of these, and I'm led to believe that this might be a Sunshine Mint. And I ended up with a whole bunch of these, as was on the last video. There's the buffalo on the back. Hope that's focusing. Kind of cool. And then I just recently got a couple of these, which is NTR metals. Is that what that says? And it's got a generic backing on that. Only got 2 of those. And then here's the one Royal Canadian Mint one that I got, which is pretty cool. There's a serial number on that. And again, the back of that's fairly generic. That was unusual. Not expected to get a Royal Canadian Mint one. And then I alluded to some of these cast bars that I got in my last shipment. And these are, there's nothing on the back of that. You can just see that that was cast. There's an eagle on it. It says 4 nines. A little bit of research I did on these indicated that these may be older bars that have been just kind of floating around for a long time. They're definitely high purity silver, but there's no particular mint mark on it either. So although it says 4 nines, I don't know if that's actually true, but it would be at least 3. And so these have been going around for quite a while as well, my understanding is. So those are the various, I guess, the 7 types of bars that I've gotten, and then I have several of these RMC rounds. So that's kind of the quick overview of the types of bars that I've gotten. Okay, so I got a shipment from SD Bullion, and it is a little heavy. So let's see what we got here. I got it FedEx. Took 1 week. I'm not sure I checked where they shipped from. I think it might be Michigan. Okay, so they got the nicely strapped in box. The FedEx guy was straining under the weight, so as he handed it to me, he says, "It's a lot heavier than it looks." And I'm like, "Yep, I know." So yeah, it's strapped all around the can get into it without utterly destroying the box. So, I may set this on this side. I think I'm just going to cut through it. Yeah, okay. Never cut toward yourself. Remember that for Boy Scouts. Okay. Yeah, it's a custom box, SD bullion. Nicely packed in. And what I got was the 10-ounce rounds. Their choice. And let's see what they have given me. Okay, that one looks like an odd one. So I got 1, 2, 4, 5 of these. Should be 40 ounces, or I mean, sorry, 40 10-ounce bars, which would be 400 ounces. That's quite a bit of silver. So let's start opening them up. Let's see what they chose for me. Okay, those look like nice extruded bars. I like those better than the cast. Last time I got half cast bars and half these. I think these are called extruded bars. These are the name brand mints. Okay, they're each in individual packaging, plastic packaging. That's nice. Okay, so this one is oh, it's a Indian head. Let's see, and a buffalo on the back. It doesn't say who the mint is. I could probably figure that out. So these are all the same. Yeah, okay, so these 5, it looks like, these 4, it looks like, yeah, it looks like they're doing them in sets of 4. So those are the ones with the Indian head on the front. That one doesn't look quite as good as this one. Indian head on the front, buffalo on the back. I'm not sure who the mint is on this, but this is definitely a better minting. They're $9.99, 10 ounces. So that's those. And we're looking for a total of 40 of these. Doesn't matter what they gave me. These are the same, very same. They're all in their own individual packaging, which is nice. I mean, the other ones I've got are just loose. They're, I don't mind handling them because silver doesn't really tarnish that quickly. These look to be very, very new bars. Let's see what this odd one was. Let's make up the balance. So 2 in here. Also, the bars are in their own plastic containers. Very nice. Okay, that one's an Indian and buffalo on the back. And this one's different. In fact, it's even wider. This one is yeah, Royal Canadian Mint. Okay. It's got a serial number on it too. And it's 4 9s. And the back is just the Royal Canadian Mint pattern. So that one is special. It's probably a little bit more expensive. I got their choice, the SD bullions, whatever they want to move, whatever they've got on the shelf. Whatever we got the most of, I imagine. And you can get lucky because if you ordered these particular bars specifically, they would be several dollars more. They get a premium for the well-known, very established mints. Especially, I think Royal Canadian is one of the premier ones. Oops, got that. So it looks like we've got 4 more of the Indian with the buffalo on the back. And again, I don't know what mint that is yet. I'll have to research that. And all those are the same. That's the Indians. So it looks like the Royal Canadian one came in on that little 2-bar package. I wouldn't be surprised if these are all... Oh, okay. We got a different one here. So there's an Indian with the buffalo. Another one. And another one. You can see that. And this one is RMC, Republic Metals Corp. I've got a whole bunch of rounds that are RMCs. You don't see these very often anymore because they're not under that name anymore. I think, well, they went bankrupt about 10 years ago, and I think it was some sort of weird, like a bunch of gold went missing or something. They'd have to ask somebody about that. But it was bought out by Asahi, who also bought Johnson Matthey. So if you see RMC, I mean these were minted when it was RMC, so that's over 10 years ago. But Asahi now owns that property. You won't see RMCs minted anymore, I wouldn't think. So another 8 here. The total on this is 40, so I'm just going through these. It looks like each one of these is, you know, they're casing them in their own plastic. That's probably because that's how they get them from whomever they're getting them from, and they're just not taking them out of the packaging. The other batch I got are in a big plastic sleeves, and then it's sealed. So some of them are sealed, some of them are a little bit, you can pull them out of it. I'm leaving the ones that are sealed in there. No need to touch them with my grubby little fingers. Okay, so another whole series of these Indian with the buffalo in the back. I'll get a closer look at these after we get them unpacked. Whoops, that won't go on the floor. Okay. More Indians. All Indians. With the buffalo on the back. Yeah, it's very nice artwork. I mean, it's beautiful. So, there's some more on the floor. These will end up in the treasure chest before long. And see what we got on this. I have a feeling these are all going to be those Indian, but I'm glad they're not the cheap cast bars that I got last time. I mean, they say they're 4.9s on those, but you can see they're obviously cast and there's no mint mark. There's just an eagle on them. And I did a little research, and it looks like those. I'll show that on a little bit later. These are different. These are also the Indians. All this bubble wrap I can pop later. Okay. Yeah, all more Indians with the buffaloes. Okay. Well, that's if I had ordered those specifically, would have been a little bit more per ounce, probably. And these are different. These, this is I haven't seen this one before. NTR metals, assayers and refiners, fine silver. It's got a place for a serial number, but there isn't a serial number. And these are 3.9s. Okay, NTR on the back. That's got to be their little logo that they put on there. Okay. And another NTR. Okay. So we got an RMC, we got a Royal Canadian, and these NTRs in addition to all these other Indians, and I don't know if the Indians are SD Bullion's mint. I mean, I think they do have their own design. I know they do. For cast, they do, for sure. Because I'm pretty sure SD Bullion does melt down and cast themselves, or they may have it done kind of like an OEM type of thing. Because you can order SD Bullion bars, and they don't really say SD Bullion on it. They've got a design, but it's they say they're from SD Bullion, so I assume that they are branding their own bars. Okay, so more Indians. India, this is such a beautiful design too. It looks like the Indian head nickels and the buffaloes. That's a very American design. And then the last batch of 4 here. And it looks like these are Indians too. Yep, those 2 are. And these, okay, so again, they look brand new. I mean, they've probably been in this case since they were minted. Okay, and yes, and yes. So it looks like we got something like 36 or so, all the same. And then a few outliers here, these NTR mint. And then I think I put the more. Yeah, that's the this is the Royal Canadian Mint one. That's a one-off here. Okay. And then all these Indians. I think all of these were Indians too. And all of these the same. Where's that RMC? Where's that? There it is. There's the Republic Metals one. So it looks like 36, all the Indians, and then 4 outliers. And I've got a couple of other. I've got a silver gold bowl. That's another, and they make their own 10-ounce bars. So it says silver gold bowl all over it. Okay, so let's make sure we got the count right here. Let's do these in 4s. That'll be the easiest way. 4, 8, 12, 16, 32, I guess. Hold on, is that right? Yeah, okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4 is 32. Is that right? Because if that's right, if that's 32, then this would be, okay, 36, that's right. Okay, and the 4 here makes 40. And then that 1, that is a little bit different size dimension. Which one is the big one? It looks like that Royal Canadian Mint isn't. Oh, and it looks like the NTRs are not the same exact width as the rest of these. It looks like the RMC is the same width and height as these, but these 3. They're all, well, this one's 4 9s, and the rest of all these are 3 9s. So, interesting. Well, I'll weigh them and make sure that they're 31 grams. But that's 400 ounces of silver right there. And I bought that a week ago. And I think the price was like 63 or something like that. So it's about $25,000. Worth of silver, and this will not double my stack, but it'll take me to a over 1,000 situation. So Anyway, I bought some of the other stuff a while ago. I'm getting this because I had the cash, and I'm kind of a bull on silver, at least for the next couple of years, I think. Who knows what it's going to do, but it's money, for sure. It's money. And I feel a lot better having it, just because I have a feeling that, I mean, today it's above 66. Today is the 18th of December, I think, and you know, it's been on a tear the last year, well, the last 6 months especially, of 2025. Silver has just been just a marvelous tear. And I'm learning a lot about the commodities market. I gotta say, I've got an account on CME now, and they have training videos you can go through and learn the commodities business. And not that I'm going to end up doing that, but I want to understand what a lot of these YouTubers have been saying about LBNA and COMEX and standing for delivery. And I've got a whole lot of written material now to help me understand, because I don't like to just take people's word. I mean, there's a lot of hype. It seems like, I mean, I started stacking silver a while ago, so I'm up, you know, quite a bit on what I had. And I want to know why I believe what I believe. I want to understand it more academically than emotionally. So anyway, that's what I got today, and I hope that you guys are on your way with your stacks, and you know, let's keep it off of the supply chain. Bring it off into investment, and I think you will feel very smart in a couple of years, because I don't think we're going back to 10 or 20, even 30-ounce silver anytime, even 40, anytime soon. There's just this market has legs, and I know there's a lot of reasons why they would like to keep silver down. You hear a lot of stuff back and forth, and I'm trying to get both sides to the story on that. But you know, in any case, this will always be good for currency, as far as being able to, you know, someone will want it, you know, later in the future, because it's actually money, and they do mine more, but they don't print up as much as they can, and they can't do it like that. So anyway, that's the video for today.